Remember the sleepy English villages of Midsomer Murders? The series brought us charm, chaos, and characters we'll never forget. But 28 years later, life still holds secrets for the actors. Some faced despair, others faded from view, and a few turned tragedy into strength. What really happened to them will surprise you. Barry Jackson as Dr. George Bullard. Barry Jackson brings life and wit to the series Midsomer Murders as Dr. George Bullard, the trusted pathologist and quiet leader of the series. Always calm amidst chaos, Bullard's calm, intelligent demeanor balanced Barnaby's intensity, bringing a rare warmth to a mysterious and deadly world. Barry's acting experience stems from a difficult childhood. Born in Birmingham in 1938, he grew up in post-war poverty. His parents, both factory workers, taught him perseverance before he set out to pursue his ambitions. This early lesson became the foundation of his career. When others gave up, he persevered. After studying at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, he spent years playing small roles and earning uncertain wages. Repeatedly rejected, Barry persevered. This patience became his trademark, later attracting directors like Stanley Kubrick. It is no wonder that he achieved great success in British television series such as Doctor Who, Zakars, and Lovejoy. Barry Jackson played Dr. George Bullard in Midsomer Murders, 1997, at the age of 59, appearing in 76 episodes. He died of cancer on December 5, 2013 at the age of 75. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $2 million. The sum of a life built on quiet mastery, compassion, and dignity far outweighed the fame he never desired. Rosalie Crutchley as Lucy Bellringer. When Rosalie Crutchley plays Lucy Bellringer in Midsomer Murders, she not only plays the role, she steals the show. Smart, elegant, and utterly fearless, Lucy is the woman who can compel a murderer to confess with a single look. She made the story unforgettable. But Rosalie's real story was far more dramatic than anything shown on screen. Her family belonged to the shrinking middle class, which survived the Great Depression by scrimping and saving as much as possible. She once described her childhood as filled with the smell of coal and cold soup. While other girls played, she practiced, studying piano, singing, and elocution at the Royal Academy of Music, so she chose acting as an escape. She was constantly rejected. Directors said she wasn't delicate enough, not beautiful enough. They said her eyes were too dark, her voice too shrill. The words were painful, but she turned them into armor. Instead of disappearing, she chose to dominate. In The Visitation, Quo Vadis, and The 6 Wives of Henry VIII, she brought women who had been silenced, broken, or betrayed back to life, and made them unforgettable. But the years of constant work took their toll on her. The long nights on stage, the London dust, the isolation, all of it slowly eroded her health. By her mid-90s, she was frail, but she didn't give up. When she was offered the role of Lucy Bellringer on Midsomer Murders, she immediately accepted. This episode became her final gift, a farewell that most people didn't even notice. Rosalie Crutchley played Lucy Bellringer in the film Midsomer Murders, 1997, at the age of 77. She died just a few months later, on July 28, 1997, from a chronic respiratory illness. Her net worth is estimated at $1.5 million. Elizabeth Spriggs as Iris Rainbird. Elizabeth Spriggs portrays Iris Rainbird, a cunning, gossipy, and manipulative woman whose secrets fuel the murders in the 1997 film Badger's Drift. And her role transforms a supporting character into a force of nature. Beneath his humor and mischief, Spriggs brought something special to Iris. Elizabeth's childhood in Buxton, Derbyshire, was far from easy. Born in 1929, she grew up in wartime poverty and described her childhood as completely devoid of love. The coldness of her home left an indelible mark. Music was her only escape, and her mezzo-soprano voice led her to the Royal Academy of Music. At the age of 21, she made the painful decision to leave her husband and young daughter to pursue acting. She later called it the most painful decision of her life. She was racked with guilt, but the stage saved her. She started from scratch, performing in small theaters, often exhausted and penniless. Her perseverance made her one of Britain's most respected actresses. She won an Olivier Award, was nominated for a BAFTA for Sense and Sensibility, and earned a place in film history with roles in Harry Potter and countless BBC series. Yet despite her success, she never escaped the loneliness of her early years. Elizabeth Spriggs played Iris Rainbird in the film Midsomer Murders, 1997, at the age of 68. She died on July 2, 2008, at the age of 78 from heart failure. Her net worth is estimated at $2 million. Jason Hughes as Detective Ben Jones. Jason Hughes introduces one of the most beloved detectives to the Midsomer Murders series, Detective Ben Jones, a loyal and witty sidekick who works alongside Tom and John Barnaby. His blend of humor and sincerity illuminates the film's darkest themes. But beneath that amiable exterior lies an actor who worked hard to earn his chance. He was born in Porthcawl, Wales, in 1971 to a hard-working family. Life wasn't all glamorous. His grandfather sold ice cream. His mother's family were policemen. Young Jason dreamed of playing sports, cricket and rugby, until his passion for acting finally took over. Encouraged by a teacher, he joined the National Youth Theatre of Wales, which led to Michael Sheen's success. However, success didn't come easily. He studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, sharing his home and meals with other struggling actors. His breakthrough came in 1996, when he played Warren Jones, one of the first positively gay roles on British television. The role was brave, honest, and unforgettable. When Midsomer Murders premiered in 2005, it seemed like fate. Jason brought humor, intensity, and heart to the character of D.S. Ben Jones, appearing in over 50 episodes. Viewers witnessed his growth. But fate had its way. He left the series in 2013, but knew it was time to explore new stories. Jason Hughes played police officer Ben Jones in the film Midsomer Murders, 2005, at the age of 33. He is currently 53 years old and works in the theater and television industry. His net worth is approximately $2.5 million. Neil Dudgeon as Detective Chief Inspector John Barnaby. Neil Dudgeon takes charge of summer murders with confidence and charm, playing Detective Chief Inspector John Barnaby, the cool, witty cousin who continues the tradition with renewed vigor. His lighthearted humor balances the series following the departure of John Nettles. He didn't replace old Barnaby, but he developed him. Born in Doncaster in 1961, Neil came from an ordinary family. His parents were hard-working, little-known people. There were no shortcuts, only perseverance. School plays ignited a spark, and when he got into Bristol University, he knew acting was his future. This decision proved to be his salvation. He started with small roles in The Siren, Inspector Morse, and Frost Touch. He then moved on to bigger projects like Pieces of Cake, Life of Riley, and Roman Empire. He quietly built his reputation, role by role, until Midsomer Murders began to haunt him. In 2011, Neil took on the role of John Barnaby. Many doubted he would fill the void left by John Nettles, but he won over audiences with his warmth and subtle humor. Under his direction, The Dream Murders retained its appeal and became one of the most enduring British crime dramas. Neil Dudgeon played DCY, John Barnaby, in the film Midsomer Murders 2011, at the age of 50. In 2025, he was 64 years old and still appears in new episodes of the series. His net worth is estimated at $5 million. Sarah Barnaby is played by Fiona Dolman. Remember Fiona Dolman? She was the intelligent, compassionate wife of Inspector John Barnaby. Fiona Dolman brought a quiet strength and charm to the character of Sarah Barnaby in Midsomer Murders. Her warmth perfectly balanced the cold crimes in the series. But Fiona's path to that peace wasn't easy. She was born in 1970 in Finehorn, Scotland, to a middle-class family surrounded by peace and nature. But her dreams were bigger than her hometown. Moving to London to act meant pressure, competition, and self-doubt. Before Midsomer, Fiona starred in Ultraviolet and Heartbeat, building a solid reputation. Her breakthrough came with The Royal Today. But in reality, life presented her with another challenge, becoming a single mother. It was a difficult time, but she weathered it with ease, supported by her family and work. Her career blossomed, as did her empathy. Fiona not only used her voice for acting, but also became an ambassador for Hospice UK and Greenfingers charity. In 2019, she ran the London Marathon in memory of her father. At the age of 41, Fiona Dolman played Sarah Barnaby in the film The Midsomer Murders, 2011. Today, she is 55 years old, still actively participating in films and continuing her charity work. Her net worth is approximately $3 million. John Nettles as DCY, Tom Barnaby. Ever wonder how one man manages to make a murder seem so calm? That's John Nettles as DCY Tom Barnaby, a patient, intelligent detective who solves cases with empathy, not selfishness. He's been a constant on the Midsomer Murders series since 1997. Nettles was born in 1943 in St. Austell, Cornwall. As a child, he was adopted by a carpenter and his wife. His biological mother, an Irish nurse, abandoned him. This had a profound impact on him. It was this sensitivity that later became his greatest talent on screen. before he found success. Nettles struggled with adversity, like any actor chasing his dreams. After studying history and philosophy at the University of Southampton, he began acting in theater and small television roles to survive. In A Family at War, 1972, he displayed a quiet intensity as Dr. Ian Mackenzie. Enemy at the Door, 1978, and The Liverbirds followed. Although the pay was low, each role helped him assert his mettle. After a decade of fame, he returned to his first love, the stage. He performed with the Royal Shakespeare Company in The Winter's Tale, Richard III, and The Merry Wives of Windsor. It was this discipline that hardened him, preparing him for the roles that would shape his legacy. But after 14 years, he quit, saying it was better to leave people wanting more, and so he did. John Nettles played Sheriff Tom Barnaby in the series Midsomer Murders from 1997 to 2011, starting at the age of 53. In 2025, he is 81 and living quietly in Devon. His net worth is approximately $10 million. He currently writes books and narrates historical documentaries. Robert Hardy played Robert Cavendish in the film A Dream of a Summer Murders, 1999, at the age of 74. He died on August 3, 2017, at the age of 91 from complications following a fall. His net worth is estimated at $5 million. For those who knew Hardy, he was more than just an actor. He was a survivor. Jane Wymark as Joyce Barnaby. Now Jane Wymark brings warmth and balance to Midsomer Murders as Joyce Barnaby, the kind, calm wife who brings the show to life. Her gentle humor and patience make every dark mystery a little lighter. She's what makes the show feel so human. But her real story begins long before Midsomer. Born in London in 1952, Jane grew up in an artistic family. Her father, the actor Patrick Wymark, filled her childhood with theater and imagination. She was only 17 when he died suddenly. Grief transformed her. It gave her a quiet strength that later defined her career. Before Jane found stability, she worked tirelessly on stage. She played small roles in stage plays, learning discipline from her mistakes. Her breakthrough came in the 1970s in the series Poldark, where she played Morwenna Chenoweth. Television roles followed: A Touch of Frost, Dangerfield, and Lovejoy. Each role honed her calm, steady energy. When Midsomer Murders premiered in 1997, Jane finally found her groove. She built a believable on-screen marriage with John Nettles. Behind the camera, she is known for her warmth and intelligence, making her feel at home in any environment. Jane Wymark played Joyce Barnaby in Midsomer Murders, 1997, at the age of 44. In 2025, she was 72 and works as a writer and arts consultant, running the London Literary Salon. Her net worth is estimated at $3 million. Laura Howard as Cully Barnaby. Cully Barnaby has something unforgettable about her. A spark of youth, a combination of curiosity and kindness that only Laura Howard can bring. She's the driving force behind Midsomer Murders, the daughter who keeps her father grounded even as the world around them swarmed with death and deceit. But behind this vibrant energy lies a young actress at war with herself. Laura grew up in Chiswick, London, surrounded by creativity but overwhelmed by expectations. Acting came to her at a young age, and with it the pressure of success, before she even knew what it was. Her career began with small but consistent steps. She won the hearts of audiences in the series So Haunt Me, and appeared in series such as Casualty and Soldier Soldier. Each performance shook her from the shy girl she once was. It wasn't until Midsomer Murders that all changed. Laura transformed Cully into something more than just a detective's daughter. She was the emotional link between family and crime, innocence and maturity. Each season, viewers watched her grow up and, in a sense, grew up with her. However, in 2011, she left the series. It's bittersweet. Laura Howard played Cully Barnaby in Midsomer Murders, 1997, when she was just 20 years old. Now, at 48, she continues her acting and voiceover career, including her latest role in The Dune Prophecy, 2025. Her net worth is approximately $2 million. Nigel Davenport as William Smithers. Nigel Davenport plays William Smithers, a powerful, mysterious man whose presence adds weight and tension to The Midsomer Murders, 2000. With his authoritarian voice and quiet menace, Davenport transforms authority into art. Nigel's story begins in 1928 in Great Shelford, Cambridgeshire. He was born into an intellectual family, surrounded by wisdom and tradition. His father was a renowned Cambridge professor. For his father, acting was a rebellion. When Nigel chose the stage over a scholarship, he disappointed his family and abandoned the comfort of privilege. On the stage, he found freedom, and he found acclaim on screen. His rugged good looks and deep voice made him memorable in films such as A Man for All Seasons, Mary Queen of Scots, and Chariots of Fire. But years of pressure and constant travel took their toll. Later, breathing problems made it difficult for him to speak. Yet he maintained his dignity, appearing at events and giving interviews with the same demeanor that had defined him for decades. Even in his weaknesses, Nigel Davenport never allowed himself to be pitied. Nigel Davenport played William Smithers in the film Midsomer Murders, 2000, at the age of 72. He died on October 25, 2013 of pneumonia at the age of 85. His net worth is approximately $3 million. Robert Hardy plays Robert Cavendish. Robert Hardy brings a powerful presence to the character of Robert Cavendish, a proud aristocrat who wields power like a weapon. His performance in The Midsomer Murders is authoritative, elegant, and imbued with a quiet menace. He not only plays an English aristocrat, but also lives the role with all the grace and pressure that life demands. Hardy was born in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, in 1925. His father, a strict headmaster, demanded perfection from his students. Love was rare in the household, but discipline was always valued. From a young age, Robert learned to stand erect, speak clearly, and never show weakness. When World War II broke out, he joined the Royal Air Force, RAF, and trained as a pilot. The war left untold scars. He had seen too much, too young. After the war, he studied at Oxford with C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, but books couldn't hold him. He abandoned his academic career and pursued acting. He began his career with the Shakespeare Memorial Company, playing minor roles in Coriolanus and All's Well That Ends Well. His patience paid off. He became an unforgettable figure in the world of creatures great and small. Then came Sense and Sensibility in 1995 and Harry Potter, where he played Cornelius Fudge, the proud minister for magic. But even as fame returned, he remained humble.